Hello everyone, I am Aashish Koacher, a marketing professional, and today I am going to speak in terms of what are the opportunities for youth in India. But before that, I would just like to tell you about in terms of how I am going to proceed in my talk and what all I would like to cover in my speech. First of all, I would like to talk about the current Indian economic scenario, followed by what is the employment scenario in India, and then last but not the least, in terms of the opportunities for youth in India. So let me start with the current overview about the Indian economy. As we say, India is right now the youth capital of the world. In terms of population size, India has a population base of 1.3 billion people. It's a huge population with our Indian ranking is just second as of now, and we are very close to China. Out of this, the overall labor participation rate in India is more than 50%, which means that close to 650 million people are in the working age bracket. It's a huge number, and these are the set of people who are in fact contributing towards the Indian economy and contributing to India's GDP, which currently is pegged at $2.69 trillion. And in terms of the overall GDP size, we are the sixth largest. We've got the sixth largest economy. We are just behind UK with a very marginal difference, and hopefully we'll be able to surpass them, and we will again jump up the numbers. So what happens is that when we talk about such a huge population, unemployment is again a major challenge. However, I will not say that there is no opportunities for youth. There are huge and humongous opportunities. It is only about focusing and channelizing the overall thought process of our youth and guiding them so that they are able to achieve their dreams. As of now, the current unemployment ratio, if you have to see, is roughly 5 to 6%, which is around 50 million people in India are unemployed, meaning by that these set of people are not able to contribute towards the economy, towards any kind. They are not engaged into any kind of an economic activity. However, I would say that this is a huge opportunity. These 50 million unemployed people or youth, they can be, they have got such big market that if these people are engaged in some form or the other in terms of economic activity, they can be a huge base of customers for a lot of MNCs. Therefore, I would say that as of now, in spite of the unemployment challenge, there is still a lot of opportunities for the youth, which I'll be talking about in my recent discussion. Now, let me take you in terms of what are the opportunities for youth in India. So I will start with first thing that as of now, the overall base of the middle income group is increasing with each passing year. With the government increasing salaries of all the government employees, with the current salary levels both at the government and at the private level, there is a lot of people who are entering the middle income age bracket, thereby creating opportunities, both employment as well as business opportunities for our youth, be it housing, be it education, be it healthcare. So many the different sectors require people who have to work in order to get all the things done. So it's a big consumer base which is going to propel the economy and offer opportunities for our youth, both in terms of employment as well as business generation. The second important opportunity for our youth in India is entrepreneurship. I think entrepreneurship is a buzzword today. I can see there are so many institutes who are coming up with the entrepreneurship cell in India, and at the same time, government is also focusing in a big way. We have got the Startup India campaign and with a lot of startups getting registered. Just to update you across, in terms of the overall startups, in terms of the overall number, if you have to talk about, India is the second, has got a second place in terms of the total number of startups right after US. While the economy, if you talk about GDP per se, we are at 2.69, whereas US is at around 19 point some value, $19.6 trillion. However, slowly, gradually, we are picking up the pace. Today, if someone wants to start any kind of a startup, if any youth wants to thinks of any kind of an idea, the thought process is changing. A recent example would be about Oyo rooms. I am sure a lot of people would be knowing about Ritesh Agarwal, a young lad who at the age of 19 built up Oyo rooms. And today, if we have to talk in terms of the market capitalization, it is more than $4 billion. In a span of 6 years, he has created an enterprise which is huge. Even industries and companies which are there in the business for the last 100 years, 200 years, still they're not able to scale what Oyo Room has done. Which means that now the overall thought process is changing in a big way. More and more youth is entering into this space. Now the aspiration levels of a youth is changing. Now our youth does not want to be only a job seeker, but at the same time be a job creator. They want to be more like job creators and create value for themselves and for the country at large. This year, if we talk about the 2018 calendar year, India got an FDI of approximate $38 billion, which was much more than China. Thereby, it is giving a lot of encouragement to our youth in the country, and they know that if they have got one small idea, whatever is the idea, this idea can become the next Oyo or the next Swiggy or the next Ola of India. So now let me go to the third point. I'll talk about in terms of the education sector as well, and how this opportunity space is coming in terms of education sector and how people are perceiving education now. Things are changing. Education, earlier it was that that people used to go for a formal education, they used to wait for a certain time frame, and then they used to start earning, whether they used to join their family business or a little bit of their own business, which the percentage was very less, whereas the remaining ones used to join some company or the other. But now, with so many people applying for one particular job, with so much of competition which is coming in the space, and even the top-notch literate people are finding it a little bit tough because of not proper guidance in terms of the opportunity. The entire shift is changing in the education space. Now, the youth wants that they will go for a skill-based education rather than a formal education. Why? Because if suppose I like to play an instrument and I'm good at it, even if I'm say 14 years of age and I can play at a club or maybe at some event, I'll be getting some money. So meaning by that, it is not only a formal education which can earn money for you. It is also a skill-based learning. If you earn a skill, you can do anything in life. You can achieve your dreams and you will feel good as well. Because It gives you an opportunity to train yourself in your area of interest. The fourth opportunity which I have to talk about is in terms of the e-commerce, expansion of the e-commerce space. Today in India, the overall internet penetration is more than 40%, meaning by more than 400 million internet users are there in India. And that is why you see so much of those companies which are into the technology space, they are entering into India. FDI is coming because they don't want to miss the growth story of India. Be it Google of the world or be it Amazon of the world, most of these brands are in fact coming down. They already have a presence in India, and whosoever is left is going to join the space. Why? Still, I must say that this thing is growing. The internet penetration is growing, which currently is expected at 40%, and slowly, gradually it will pick it up. This overall thing is going to create huge opportunity, a huge market space for the various e-commerce companies in India. You would have heard that Flipkart some time back was valued close to $20 billion. That is a kind of opportunity which is there, and that is why more and more companies are coming into this area and opening various business platforms so that these companies don't miss the bus. Last but not the least, I would like to end with one more point and then I'll close it up. Last but not the least, the last point will be on the SME sector. The SME sector, there are around 42 million medium small enterprises in India, and which employ more than 40% of the people who are in the employment space, which is next to agriculture. I would say that here there is a huge opportunity with the government coming in, with a lot of new things coming up. I'm sure this number is also going to increase. And once this number is going to increase, it is again going to create a lot of employment as well as business opportunities. So I would like to sum up by saying that it is up to the youth. What do you want to achieve in life? You just have to focus, be positive, dream big, act small, and give your best shot, and you will be able to achieve your dream. Thank you very much and have a great day ahead.